The major migration of Puerto Ricans coming from Puerto Rico are agricultural workers, campesinos. That at that time Puerto Rico was going to a drastic change because the United States industrial base was basically starting to control the economics of Puerto Rico. Taking over people's lands, for instance, those sugar came into Puerto Rico, and it was basically sort of city domain or government domain, where the government of Puerto Rico took these large industrial bases and started occupying the small farmers in Puerto Rico, especially the sugarcane and the pineapple fields. So Puerto Ricans at that time, under the Jones-Anson bootstrap, they started giving the government of Puerto Rico $10 for each of those individuals that came to work in the farms of Jersey, in the farms of Connecticut, in the farms of Massachusetts, in the farms of Pennsylvania. And those laborers, they're still there for the summer. They basically used to come around May or even around April and stay there all the way up to September and October. And those Puerto Ricans came basically to work, save their money, and send it back to the islands to their family. As that migration took place, and they started finding out about the industrial base in Camden, especially Campbell's Soup, a lot of the Puerto Ricans that came to the farm started working because Campbell's Soup started recruiting them at the farms where they were working at. Again, cheap labor. Labor basically more they could control. You know, it wasn't a unionized labor. It was a more of a controlled labor because of the farm. Lack of knowledge of work conditions and works rights and all that. And once they started doing that, they started migrating to Campbell and then Philadelphia, to the industrial base of Philadelphia. At that time, Philadelphia was a huge industrial base with plenty of jobs in the sense of textile, the garment district, clothes district, all those kind of districts was in Philadelphia. And so that migration came and started occupying that industrial base that a lot of the Americans or individuals did not want to do. Because it was basically, a lot of them were sweat factory jobs, where people either went to work piecework or either went to work at minimum wage with no other benefits whatsoever.
Trabajaba en la finca, cogiendo pepitas, los peaches, y la papa, whatever he could. Después se fue a trabajar en restaurants y en golf courses. You know, él dormía, cuando he first came to this country, dormía underneath a tree just so he can be there to work, because he didn't have no way of getting back and forth. So he will stay there the week. He will sleep underneath a tree. And he told me about it, and I was like shocked about it. I was like, what? He used to sleep underneath a tree. And the money he used to make was really nothing, you know, but as long as había arroz con habichuela en casa, everything was fine. Everything was fine.
My father was a merchant marine. He passed away when I was 6 years old. My mother raised us up by herself. She was mother and father at the same time.
Well, my family came here for a better life. Came from Puerto Rico, where it was like a poor life, so my mom wanted the best for us.
You know, what a lot of people fail to see is that a lot of time, yes, we are Puerto Rican descent, we have it in our blood, but we came here for a reason, for a better life, and we love America as any other American. But a lot of people sometimes put us in a group and they look at us like, well, they don't count. No, we do count, because there's a lot of stuff that we contribute. Our parents sometimes love it here more than back home. And I don't mean it in a negative way, but I'm trying to say that we do love this country. A lot of us died in the Vietnam Wars. A lot of us died in other wars. And the best infantrymen, a lot of them are Puerto Ricans. But they don't look at that. But I always say this, we are always considered second-class citizens, but first in defending this country.